It is so good to be here with you guys today. 10 years ago, I sat in your very shoes. I was a senior at Texas A&M, and I had just decided to squeeze the minor into my last year of college. Initially, I had no vision for my career. I was terrified of the business world. And my goal was, and still is, was to spend my life helping people. And initially, I didn't think there was a way to do that in the business world. I had several people that encouraged me to consider financial planning, which I said no to over and over until I accidentally ended up in an internship that exposed me to what financial planning really is. And after watching my family go through several financial struggles, I had this new vision and saw that financial planning is about coming alongside people in the most stressful area of their lives. And I began to see this as the career for me. So in my senior year, I spent the year job searching, as many of you are in the midst of doing, and accepted a job in April. So if any of you are feeling behind, let me tell you, you have plenty of time, and the right job is worth waiting for. So I accepted a job at an amazing firm in Dallas and began my career there, and it was absolutely where I needed to be to start things off. But I had this subtle yet compelling dream within me to end up in New York City one day. But it was one of those dreams that I thought, that's like, no way would it ever happen. No way would a girl from Texas end up on the busy streets of New York. And then in 2023, an opportunity came along. It wasn't what I expected or necessarily what I wanted, but I was at a point in my life where I was ready for a change. So I went for it. Today, I work for Goldman Sachs, the partner family office at our global headquarters in New York City. But this conference is all about you. And so I want to share parts of my story to maybe inspire something in you today. I believe this room is filled with leaders that are going to change the trajectory of financial planning as we know it today. I believe there are financial planners that are going to have monumental impacts on the lives of your clients. I think there are business owners in here that are going to restructure firms in fascinating new ways, and develop young talent. I think there are executives in here that are going to change companies for the better. And I'm excited to cheer you on and doing it all. And so what I want to invite you to is to dream big for your career. As cheesy as that may sound, I want you to hear that the best is yet to come. And I think that so many people miss out on all that life has to offer because they limit what they can accomplish. Or even worse, they never dream at all. But that won't be the case for Aggie planners. The thing about money is that it affects every single human being. Whether you are living paycheck to paycheck or have more money than you can spend in a lifetime, daily we are navigating financial decisions that can be really, really tough. I don't think that money is inherently good or evil, but I do think it makes us more of who we are. It amplifies our struggles and it amplifies our joys. Money can create opportunities, but it can also tear relationships apart. And so as financial planners, we are on this powerful mission to come alongside people in an area of their life that is sensitive, intimate. It allows clients to share things with us that they won't share with anyone else. We hold their hands and we hear their vision for their life and we make a path to it. But it's a heavy mission, and it's a mission that affects every single human. And when we're taking that on, we need a lot of people to help. And each of you have a very powerful role to play. Each of you have a unique skill set, talent, story, background, passion that is going to make someone else's life better, that is going to elevate how a company operates. And so as we're thinking about dreaming big for our careers, think about what makes your heart come alive and follow it until you achieve the impossible. For me, I work with some of the wealthiest and most powerful people in the world. And on the surface, I have nothing in common with them whatsoever, except for the fact that I know how stressful money can be, especially for the wealthy. I think that sometimes the richest people in the world are the most anxious. They've spent their life driven to succeed, building towards something that's enough, which is an impossible definition. And I think when you have this magnitude of wealth to steward, making a wrong decision or the fear of making a wrong decision can be crippling. And so for me, I love getting to come alongside my clients, looking into their lives and walking them through whatever they are facing, the highs and lows and everything in between. Now, you may be called to the wealthy. Maybe you're called to young professionals or women or business owners or some combination of above. But I think that each of you have a group of people out there that you're called to serve, that you are so excited when that client call comes through, that you're so excited when that client emails. Like, lean into who you feel so excited to be there for. So I think finding your mission, finding your point in or where you fit into this big mission will lead you to so many opportunities. But I really feel convicted today to speak into the hardship you're probably going to face along the way, and hardship that many of you may be facing today. I think when you're called to something great, which is every single person in this room, you are going to face really difficult things along the way to prepare you to succeed somewhere down the road. And that may be the stress of trying to find a job, or enduring a job that you hate, or wondering if your business will ever take off, or struggling in your own personal finances, which, let me just say, navigating your your own finances and having any sort of struggle of that way will prepare you. Like, nothing is better to prepare you to help others with their finances. But maybe it's anxiety, depression, hopelessness, loneliness. Maybe it's a health struggle. Maybe it's losing a loved one. Whatever your heart is, I see you. And I wish that I could take the pain away, except for that I know the pain that you're facing is preparing you for something incredible. So just endure it a little bit longer. For me, I've faced a whole host of struggles in my 10 years in. But one of the biggest challenges I faced was going through the CFA program, which, for those of you who don't know, CFA is a designation focused on investment analysis and portfolio management. It's one of the most difficult designations, which I didn't realize when I started out, but I have this hilarious tendency to take on challenges that are way beyond me. But I started through the program wanting to grow an area that I was weak. And let me tell you, it definitely brought my weaknesses to the surface. It was hard, impossible material. And daily, I was facing the insecurity of feeling unintelligent, incapable, and like I could never actually know enough to actually give a client advice. It took me 5 years to get through CFA, and those were the thoughts going through my mind daily. It was lonely. I was studying weeknights and weekends, saying no to friends, and exhausted. And there's 3 levels to CFA, and the second level, I failed, which in the moment seemed to validate all of my insecurities, and I didn't really know where my career could go from there. So I took some time, I rested, healed, and decided to keep going, which choosing to continue despite failure is one of the most powerful forces. And I'm so glad I kept going because it qualified me for this job in New York at Goldman. But more than that, my job can be pretty intense. I love what I do, but I have weeks where I work nights and weekends. But honestly, it feels easy because CFA prepared me. And daily, I am faced with client complexities and questions that on the surface, I don't know the answer to. But I now have this confidence that I can figure it out because I figured out CFA, which seemed impossible. So whatever your hard is, whether it's today or down the road, I promise that you are going to have a season that feels easy. And you're going to be so thankful for what you're going through today. Now, as I wrap up, I just want to speak to the state or the significant time I feel like we're in as the Texas A&M Financial Planning Program. Launching the major is no easy feat, but it could not be done unless students showed up. And this group of students being the first to come through the major, you guys are setting the tone for what financial planning is going to be at A&M for the next 50 years. And I'm so glad that this is the group who gets to set the tone. You guys are perfectly chosen. I don't think it's a mistake that you're here. And also the fact that the program is taking off so quickly, this is launching you into your career full of momentum. You have the best tailwinds. And I just want you to go into your interviews tomorrow full of confidence because of who you are and what you are bringing to the table. Putting the speech together and thinking about what I wanted to say to you guys, it was really special looking back on my career, and it's been way better and so much more fun than I ever thought or imagined. And I think this is just the beginning for me. But I'm even more excited about all of you. I think the next 10 years, you guys are going to go off and do such amazing things. And 10 years, I think we're going to have 20 TED Talk speakers because y'all are all going to come back, and I want to be in the audience listening to every single story. So with that, I just want to say and just unleash all this excitement over you and where your careers are headed. So thank y'all.